gave it to New Beginnings. Listen, just indulge me for a second, okay? I like doing selfies, and I've never done one this big. Now for the people behind me. I'm proud of my city. I hear there's a few people here from Bridgeport. Can I hear you make some noise? Who's here from Achievement First? Who's here from Great Oaks? Who's here from Park City Prep? Who's here from New Beginnings? Who's here from Bridge Academy? Bridgeport is in the house! Where are my faith leaders and my pastors? How are you? I am here today because I'm worried about the future of my state, and I'm worried about the future of my kids. I have 4 public school kids in my family. Today, when I put my son on the bus, I was worried. Most of the parents at the bus stop are worried. We're all worried at some level. Are we giving our kids the best we can? As a parent, I've seen firsthand how tough it is for those who don't have access to high-quality early childhood education that they deserve. And I've seen the research, and you've seen it, it's very clear. If kids are not reading by 3rd grade, they're far less likely to graduate, they're far less likely to go to college, and they're far less likely to compete for all the jobs that mayors across the state are working with Governor Malloy to bring to Connecticut. What a sin it would be if we brought all these jobs and our own children weren't educated enough to fill them. That's why pre-K access for all the kids in Bridgeport is important to me, and I know it's important to you. We need to keep making progress on pre-K so that my kids and your kids are reading at grade level by the 3rd grade. Something all of you can do, right? Good public school options and fairer funding are what Connecticut needs. We need to ensure that all kids have access to the high-quality schools they deserve so they can compete for these new jobs of the 21st century. And yes, there is an anxiety among parents. We love our public schools, but we always want our kids to do better. My 2 older sons went to magnet schools in Bridgeport. My 2 younger sons are currently in traditional public schools in Bridgeport. I'm happy with my kids' schools, but I, like you, am not complacent. We must do better. How many people here want to do better? We need to properly fund our schools and make sure our kids and their teachers have the resources they need for great success among our students. I love our public schools. I love our public school teachers, and so many of them are working so hard, but our kids deserve much more. I believe the problem is in large part due to an issue that's plagued this state of Connecticut for a long time. We do not get adequate funding for education of all public schools, public charters, magnets, and traditional public schools. None of those schools get what they deserve to educate our children, and that is unjust, and we stand for justice. Our state has long spent billions of dollars every year on education through an inefficient and fundamentally unfair funding formula. Governor Malloy has been taking strong steps toward getting badly needed additional resources for our kids. However, I know that the long-term solution to fix this problem, to fundamentally fix our broken school funding formula so that no child is unfairly denied the preparation they need for a good career. In Connecticut, we fund our kids' college education based on how valuable their parents' house is. Is that right? Is that just? It isn't. In Bridgeport, New Haven, and Hartford, the city kids all over, they deserve equal fairness, equal resources, and they need to have the same fair shot at a decent future that all the other kids in Connecticut have. I know firsthand that if we give kids the tools they need to succeed, we can ensure that Bridgeport kids and all kids from across the state grow up in a place companies want to invest and hire our kids. Thank you very much, and keep the faith.